Well, for more analysis, I'm joined here in the studio by our international affairs editor, Philip Turle. Philip, welcome to you. What do we know about who was behind this disappearance?
Well, first of all, what we do know is that this is an official hostage-taking. There was a lot of doubt about what exactly had happened to Olivier Dubois because apparently he was given an appointment to meet with a jihadist official in Gao, and then what was uncertain was whether or not he was kidnapped there or whether he actually was invited by the group to go and meet another of its officials, maybe even the leader, in another area of the country. And it's now, with the release of this video, clear that he was indeed taken hostage and was not just taken there to do this interview, but has been now kept captive, but has been kidnapped for about a month already. So about this group, well, it's called the Support Group for Islam and Muslims. It's a fusion of 4 different terrorist groups in West Africa, including Ansar Dine and also including Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb. Those are the 2 main components. It was formed in 2017 and has become a very powerful group in the region, basically getting its money from taxing people on their cattle, for example, on drug smuggling, on illicit trading of weapons, and from hostage-taking. So hostage-taking is a very important part of the way that these groups obtain money. And there is nothing better for these groups than to get a foreign hostage, because foreign hostages can lead to 2 things. The first one is getting money for a ransom to get them freed, although France says it never pays ransoms. And the second one is to obtain the release of prisoners belonging to the group who are in jail. And if you think back to the release of the last French hostage, Sophie Petronin, back at the end of last year, that only came about after the release of 200 jihadists in exchange for the release of 5 or 6 foreigners. So that it is very worthwhile for these groups to try to kidnap people because that brings in money.
Okay, and you know, this isn't an isolated example, is there? There are other international hostages being held in the region. Who else is there?
Well, that is true. It's not just French hostages. Anybody who goes there, be they a journalist or a humanitarian worker, is under threat of being kidnapped. And if you look at some of the other hostages, there are about 6 at least who are in the region. One from Switzerland, a missionary woman, a Colombian lady who is a nun. They're both in Mali, an Australian and Romanian who are in Burkina Faso, and a US aid worker and a German aid worker who are both in Niger. But beyond the fact that these are foreign hostages, these groups are also taking hostages amongst the local population, and these troops are also launching attacks against the local population. We just had one in the last couple of days where villages get destroyed. That is in retaliation, so they say, for the villagers being in collaboration with the security forces. So this is leading to thousands of people being kicked out of their villages, displacement, and a lot of regional problems.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for that analysis. Our international affairs editor, Philip Turle.